We know what the energy level can be like here at Cameron, especially for a North Carolina Duke game. Before the game, though, there was actually complete silence here at Cameron as both teams honored the late, great Dean Smith. Of course, he passed away last week. You see the coaches, the teams all came to center floor before the game, a moment of silence to honor one of the great coaches in the history of college basketball. And Antoine, this last week has been so emotional for the entire North Carolina family, and I know as a guy who played for Dean Smith, seeing this tonight must have been special.
It was very special. This is what it's all about, the Carolina-Duke rivalry, and Coach K and Coach Smith definitely had a lot to deal with that. So it was great to see these two schools put all the differences apart and come together and show their respect for Coach Smith.
Well, it was – I felt so honored that I was here to see that. I mean, as great as this game was, that moment before the game is the one that I think is going to be indelible. And, it's like I explained to people, I mean, this is the first time I'm really meeting Antawn Jamison, and we meet each other, and it's like there's a kinship there, and it's, I like to say you can't hate what you don't love. And this is a brotherhood. And these guys go at it on the floor, and the incredible entertainment and the passion and the emotion. It just delivers every time. It's the best. Obviously, I'm biased. I went here about a zillion years ago, but I think it's the best rivalry in sports, and it's that way because it means so much in so many different ways. And for this to be the first game that these two teams play since the passing of really the finest human being I've ever known, it was just a special night. And March 7th to play again, so you're going to have to are you going to make it through to March 7th? Are you going to? How long is it going to take you mentally and emotionally to get over this?
It's going to take me to March 7th to get over this loss. But the thing I got to say as well, the players from North Carolina and Duke, they always respect each other. I see a lot of showmanship tonight, guys hitting the floor, players from the other team picking them up and helping them. So that's what it's all about, and that's my guy right there. I mean, he taught me more than about X's and O's. It was about life. I remember the first day he came to the house, and my mom cooked dinner for him and things like that. And I was just so in awe to have Coach Smith there in my house with my family and want to recruit me there. So one of the best mentors, best friend, he told me about family and things of that nature. So, I don't know what I would have accomplished or would have been in life if it wasn't for me crossing paths with Coach Smith in Carolina.
We saw the letter that Dean wrote you about 20 years ago when you committed to North Carolina, and he specifically mentions in the letter that you guys fed him very well in your home.
Yeah, and Coach Smith is so humble. You didn't have to feed me. And,
that's right.
Calm down.
Can I have some more of that? But if you're going to, he's going to eat, right?
And that's the type of guy he was. I mean, he was humble as they come. Always made you feel welcome. Everything nice has been said about him. I can vouch for him because he's truly that type of person. It would never be another guy like Coach Smith to come in this lifetime whatsoever. And I've just been blessed to have known him for the time I've known him, and what an impact he's had not only on my life, my family, but the other players, coaches, managers, and just people in general that he's crossed paths with.
Yeah, he stood the test of time. One of the things I've often said about Coach Smith is I love talking to Dean Smith.
Yeah.
I hated interviewing Dean Smith because you couldn't get anything out of him because you wanted to ask about himself or his opinion, and he was very deferential and didn't like to partake. The only time that you could really talk to Dean Smith was actually before a game because he liked to be occupied. I think he was a little bit nervous in that regard, and he was just a special guy. And it's been, Antoine, I was talking with Steve Kirshner, the North Carolina Sports Information Director, about this. As sad as we all are that he's gone, obviously his quality of life the last several years was very poor. So as Steve said, we lost Coach Smith a long time ago. But what a wonderful week it's been reading. I mean, I literally, Antoine, read to my sons newspaper stories about Coach Smith and the life that he led as they went to bed because I wanted them to learn about the man that he was. And tonight was a great tribute, and the great thing, like I said, they're going to play again on March 7th, maybe in the ACC tournament another couple of times next year, and on it goes. Just another wonderful chapter and a wonderful rivalry.